Hello there guys. Today I'm going to demonstrate once more how to build a train manually, completely, with the exception of all the handbrakes on the rail cars because that'll take forever. Pretty simple, not too difficult. So with that said, let's get started. I have in front of me 3 ES44s. I'm going to fire them all up manually. Click on our leader. We'll be running off the Norfolk Southern 7686 today. First things first. Open this one. Open this one and connect the MU cables. Go to the second without walking under the engine. And open, and connected. And go to the rear. This one should be closed already. Yeah. And we have no more MU cables to connect. So we'll jump into our cab. We'll get started here. First thing I'm going to do is flip all my breakers up. All the ones in black I need. I'm also going to hit my step lights and the gauge lights on my leader. Next, I'm going to turn around to this back wall, flip my isolation switch to start, push my engine start button, and you will hear your locomotive fire up. Because we're in the leader, running with the short hood forward, flip my headlights to short hood lead, and make sure that my engine run switch goes back to run. You can see now that I fired it up, it's starting to build up air pressure. Will take a while. I do have handbrakes applied, so I'm going to go ahead and release them, let it build up pressure without pumping it straight into the cylinders. Head on to the ground. My first locomotive is complete. I'm going to walk back to the second engine, attach myself, and cycle through till I wind up in the hot seat. Flip my breakers. I'm not going to worry about my gauge lights this time. We are trailing after all. You can see the MU connection has worked, and it's still building up air pressure. Same thing as before. Back wall, flip it to start, hit your start. This is the middle engine. We'll just leave this single middle. Back to run. And walk over to the next engine. And repeat the process one last time. Here we go. Breakers. Technically, if you want to be real about it, all the important breakers are all right here on your back wall. But Run 8, however, does not have those incorporated into the game. Here's your sidewall heaters. Right there. Start. Back to run. Now this engine is trailing. So we're going to go short hood trail, which will allow me to control these headlights separate from the leader. What do you want? Whoops. Zoom back out, back to the ground, head back up to the head end. Cheat. Oh, Yeah, this will work. Here I am. Jump on in here. And I'm gonna go back down. Check my headlights real quick. Up here at this leader. We have dim. We have bright. We have a working horn and a working bell. It's all very important. Back to dim. I'm going to go to the other end. These aren't as important. I'm going to set them to dim. Actually, I'm going to leave them off because I will be tying into those. So that's it. That's all good to go. I'm gonna pop off some handbrakes, all except my leader, run an engine brake test before we start moving. So the way this works is quite simple. Take your independent, give it a set. Now I'm normally would be, as a conductor walking this, looking at the pistons, but since in run 8 these pistons don't do anything, here comes the release. There's no change. I'm just going to be looking at the gauges. So, comes the set. Good set, release. Good release. Here comes some automatic brake. This will cause a little bit of the independent to apply. In case you're new to train mechanics, this BC is my independent. The ER value up here is what I've set the reservoir to, and this is the actual pressure in the train line brake pipe. So locomotive, and these two are for the train line, all the cars behind you. This is what you got to set, and this is the actual pressure in it. So my independent settled off. I'm going to give it some, I'm going to bail it off, which will cause a release of the independent while still leaving the automatic applied. Now I give it more automatic. My independent will come back. That's a good set. Now, I'm going to release the automatic, and all three of them will go back to normal. Or they're supposed to anyways. That's a good brake test. Apply my independent. Drop back down here. I'm going to drop my handbrake. I'm going to get back up. I want to check, because I don't remember. That's the parking brake. Okay. Okay. Good to know. I couldn't remember. I have a rail driver now, so this is a lot more fun. So, we're going to go tie into those cars here. I can't tell if that's good or not. Pull up there and find out. Nope. Oops. Other way. Try that. Hey. My westbound. Good looking Conrail unit there. I'll line him out. I'll follow him. Okay, I'm gonna line myself out. Go ahead and That switch, let my conductor do some work. Oh wait, that's still me. Creep up a little bit more. Yeah, rocking and rolling now. Don't set the... no. Went too far. That really is a good looking train. Alright, Dan. Throw that. Give him the hand signal to go forward. We're lying down the lead. Yeah, we are. Come on. Couple more. Last one. You lost a lot of speed. Still a half. And that'll do 145. Pop that back. Jumping on. Let's rock and roll. Doesn't do a joint. Back a dozen. Five. 4. 3. That's a big 3. A big couple. A lot easier in real life. One more. Coming in awfully hot. This is gonna hurt. Still a half. Curve. Feet. Easy slack. Hey, you got it. That's Amtrak. Make sure. Don't go straight into 2. Quit that. You got it. Give me some 3-step on the 145. I think we're 7686. And he'll say 3-step is applied for the conductor on 7686 145 out. Which I will go back to. Excuse me. And I will lace up my air hoses. And I will pop off my handbrakes. Actually, to lace them up, which this will do for me automatically. This one's already open. Go ahead and partially open this one, and I'm going to run back to the rear and close. Actually, I'll attach my box. Box attached, close the angle cock, which will allow the air to start building up within the train line. Flow's coming back down, brake pipe pressure's coming back up. And I'm going to go back to the other end, make sure that engine angle cock is open all the way. And it's open. And I'll let it build up. Go ahead and pop off my handbrakes. I'm going to use the cheat. Released. And let's set some air. Set her to 80. And I'm going to run back and I'm going to check this box. You know we have it linked up. I look here. I have numbers on the rear. The EOT number is the 1005. Now I just got to make sure it works. And unfortunately, I'll have to air brake cheat this first. There we go. I think. No. Now we got it. There we go. That way this works the way it's supposed to. I still have 3-step. Close this, go back to the head end. On the, well, at least most of ours have it, we got a red box, HOT, and there's a button, when you link your EOT, will allow you to shoot your train from the rear, which will cause an emergency brake application. If I hit that switch, watch my rear. 0. And the EOT on the little itty bitty screen that this does not have, somewhere about here, will tell you braking. And if you partially open the angle cock back here, it'll just hiss for about 30 seconds. And then it'll quit braking. And it'll start the little generator up again. It'll bzzz, and you'll get your numbers back on the rear. Which, in our case, we'll say 80. Which we have back almost perfectly. Flow's still coming, but that's a good EOT test. And I'll tell my engineer he can go ahead and drop my 3-step. I'll flip that generator switch back up, and he can start knocking off the brakes. And that's it. Go ahead and get myself lined up. Lined out. Oh, those crossovers were wrong. Whoops, could have ran through them. Whoopsie. And let's see, follow him out. That's all the farther I'm going to go. That's it, man. Handbrakes are off. We should have an air slip. I'll slip it right there in the back wall on this panel, just so we don't lose it. And it'll say that 64 cars have been air tested. And I'll add my name on it, saying we linked and popped the EOT, which was identified as the 71005. Sign it off, slip it in the back wall. Holler at the yard master, yeah, we're ready to go, and he'll tell us to pop a wheelie. Make sure our brakes are off, and here we go. Maybe. That's how you build a train. There's not much to it. So they tell you got to kick out bad orders and do the brake test, class 1 brake test on all the cars by yourself. And your engine might be missing a blue card. Whole world of possibilities. You never know. Every day is different. Be yard jobs, kicking cars out that'll block you. You won't be able to leave. Loads of fun. There's a lot more stuff that the engineer does to these engines that I am not qualified to do. I just know the basics, which are enough advanced to get my train rolling in run 8. Quite frankly, that's all I need to know. I fill out signal logs. Yeah, I set my rail driver up. I got all these switches programmed on here in order the way they should, including the cabin light switch and all of these little fellas, because why not? And I'm able to switch these. I set them up in order. Flip through those, flip through this one. Fun time. Pretty cool. I like it. Get milepost tags. Maybe. That button don't say they want to alert. Or did I hide the... I might have hid the... Huh. There we go. That's better. Yeah, much more like it. I can open, maybe, doesn't want to let me. I think I have to be in multiplayer. Make sure I got this signal before I keep hauling butt. Getting out of here. I have an advanced approach. I'm gonna take it. Sit right here and watch my train out. I'm gonna sit up here and watch my train out, but still, it's gonna be fun. Fun time. That's all there is to it, guys. That's how you get your train moving. Like I said, if you ever have something that's not working right or you can't get it to move, just hit these 5 buttons, these train line buttons. That'll fix whatever problem you got. Other than putting it or taking it out of neutral. I've done that more than once. That's pretty embarrassing. Why aren't I moving? I hit all the buttons. No, you're still in neutral. Genius. And they're done that. So, yeah, that's all I got. Like I said, I'm gonna roll this fella by and call her a day. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Thanks, bye.